गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ओम नमो वसिष्ठाय महाव्रताय पराशरं वेदनिधिं नमस्ये। नमोऽस्त्वनन्ताय महोरगाय नमोऽस्तु सिद्धेभ्यः नमोऽस्तु ऋषिभ्यः परमं परेषां देवेषु देवं वरदं वराणां। सहस्रशीर्षाय नमः शिवाय सहस्रनामाय जनार्दनाय। So they prayed to Durga Devi. Devi appeared, blessed them, and she disappeared. Then thereafterwards Pandavas took bath in a river, offered their tarpan to Pitrus. Then Yudhishthira, before entering into Virāṭa city, they went there, they kept their weapons, and then they met, they prayed to Devi, Durga Devi, she blessed and disappeared. Then they were doing all these things. So Yudhishthira performed Agnihotra, Japa and Parayan, offered his pranams to Dharma, that is his father. Then Yudhishthira remembered the incident of Dharmaraja asking questions in the form of Yaksha, and all his blessings, Dharma's blessings to Yudhishthira, they all remembered. After offering prayers to Dharma, Yudhishthira's form suddenly changed. There is no makeup, physical makeup. That is a blessing. Made a sankalpa, he wanted to be a Kanka and he became Kanka. And he has kamandal in his hand, a turban over his head, holding a stalk in his hand, danda, and also Kushāsana. And his form was so beautiful to look at it at that time. Immediately he transformed into Kanka. Then within seconds, it is mentioned here that all the Pandavas changed and they required ornaments, etc., etc., abhushan, jo bhi chahiye, us roop mein, all those things manifested on their own. Everybody changed with sankalpa. Then King Yudhishthira, in his new avatar as Kanka, went to the court of Virāṭa and he entered into the court. Maybe perhaps it was an open court for Brahmanas and everybody to enter. So respectfully he just walked into the court, and king saw him. Virāṭa Raja saw this man shining with extraordinary qualities. Something shining is there in his face. He asked the people, who is he? He came first to the court today. Sabse pehle hui aa gaya aaj. And he looks like a king in my court. Wo to no, I am not the king. No, he is looking like a king in my court. He is very brilliant, and dress is looking like that of a Brahmana. But he must be the king only, I feel. But I don't see any servants with him to recognize him or to infer that he is a king. He is shining like Indra. Raja said, Virāṭa said, who is he standing there? Find out. And he is looking like a Samrat. Just as a majestic elephant moves, similarly, he is walking into my court without any fear. I am seeing him. And as he was thinking, who could be this? And he asked some people, but he also started thinking. Yudhishthira reached the king meanwhile and said, Raja, I am a Brahmana. and I lost everything, and therefore I came to you for my livelihood. I would like to stay near you, and I am capable of working. Virāṭa was very happy. Suddenly a bright, brilliant, lustrous personality walked into him and he said, I welcome you, sir. And king, as a dharma, he honored the Brahmana, Kanka, and said, please tell me, from whose kingdom you are coming now? आप कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? कौन से राज्य से आ रहे हैं? तो हम तो आपको हमारे राज्य में तो कहीं नहीं देखा. तो Yudhishthira said, I am born in Vyaghrapada Gotra. I am called as Kanka, and I was in the court of Yudhishthira earlier. I am an expert in playing dice, and I always used to entertain Yudhishthira in the court. Virāṭa said, I am very happy, and whatever you ask, I will give you. Why all these small things? Actually, you are looking, and I feel that you are fit enough to rule the entire kingdom. You are not looking like a simple Brahmana with his stages. So Yudhishthira said, sir, please assure me that there will not be any dialogue or arguments with any fallen women, lower class people. I will not. And this is the first boon I ask from you. Meaning, though I am a Kanka, I am living with you, playing dice, entertaining you, but you should not involve me in arguments with low class people, nor employ me in cheap arguments. And Kanka, जाके discuss करो, मैं देखता रहूँगा. राजा लोगों का ऐसे कुछ काम धंधा नहीं होता है. कोई वाद प्रतिवाद के लिए आए, चलाओ. So he said, no, this is the first thing I wanted to ask you. This is my condition to stay here. Second boon is that the loser, with fallen women, I will not talk, lower classes. With the Brahmanas or other intelligent people, definitely I would like to discuss in small arguments and meaning the dialogue. In that case, the loser should give all the lost money to me. In arguments, whatever he gains money, or whatever he loses, it has to be given to me, and you should not pocket it. That's the meaning. So I will take it. Virāṭa said, he said, I shall punish, and he promised that these two boons will be taken care. And Virāṭa said, I shall punish with death penalty if anyone other than Brahmana insults you. हमारा राज्य में आपको कोई दिक्कत ऐसा कोई नहीं आएंगे, कोई आपको अपमान करने के लिए यहाँ पर कोई आएंगे नहीं, मैं आने नहीं दूंगा. यदि किया तो मैं उनको मरण दंड दूंगा. And if a Brahmana commits any crime against you, as per the dharma we have seen in Śānti parva, a Brahmana at the most deserves a punishment to be sent out of the country. So he said, Virāṭa said, I will send him out of the country if any Brahmana insults you. But you be with me. You are looking like a majestic person. And then he told the court, listen to me, O members of the court, as well as citizens of this country, please listen to me. I am telling to all of you. Similarly, meaning I am telling to all of you, as I am to all of you, as you treat me, similarly, Kanka also is the same to you all from today onwards. As you treat me, similarly you must treat this Kanka. Immediately the Kanka's rupa, form, everything charmed the Raja. Treat him like a king. That's the meaning. So Virāṭa was very happy to see Kanka, and actually Vaishampayana says, here he was unable to take away his eyes from his form. Looking at him, staring at him, lost in that glory, looking at great personalities. It is difficult for a person to take away his eyes from the personality. And that experience we had with Gurudev. Difficult for us to take away his, especially when he is talking, or not on the stage only, even informal chat in a room or anywhere. Very difficult. So king felt like that, and he offered him a seat in his court. Aap se ye aapka sthan hai. And thereafterwards Yudhishthira settled then as Kanka, and he was living happily, receiving all the honors from the king. That is how Yudhishthira entered into the Virāṭa kingdom as Kanka. Then Bhīṣma was the next person to walk into the court like a lion. This man, he was shining with his incomparable brilliance, holding a big ladle, बनाने का था वो सब सामान वो सब लेके गए. And उनका what do you call dress was chief cook only, the big पहलवान जैसे. And he walked into the court like a lion, but was brilliant, shining. and he was holding a big ladle, sharp knife to cut the vegetables. सब साथ में सब भयंकर रूप में, very interesting to watch. And though he was in the disguise of a cook, he was shining in his own brilliance, in his own teja. His dress was black and his body was huge in size, and Virāṭa saw him, maybe perhaps after some time. Immediately next day, that is was not mentioned here, but next was Bhīṣma to enter, and he inquired the court people, who is this new entrant? The Raja said, I have never seen him before in the court. I am unable to conclude anything about him. ये कौन है? ये गंधर्व यक्ष राक्षस किम पुरुष मनुष्य. I am unable to come to any conclusion about this man. He look very huge in size, and I feel he is like a Gandharva Raja. Sometimes I feel like he is Indra only. But find out the details. ये कौन है? यहाँ पे आ रहा है. Servants rushed to Bhīmasena and asked him, आप कहाँ से आए? राजा पूछ रहे हैं. It was very easy to spot in the crowd. So Bhīma told the Raja, he said, मैं directly राजा को बताऊंगा, मैं आपसे क्यों बताऊं? So he straight walked into the king, near the king, and he said, I am a cook. Impossible to believe. Cook. My name is Ballava, and I make very tasty food. I only request you to please appoint me for this work as a cook in your palace. So Virāṭa said, I am unable to believe you, that you are a cook first of all. You are bright, looking like Indra, and you are looking like a Shrestha Purusha among the men. Perhaps, I think you may be a king himself, I don't know. You are definitely looking like a king. Bhīma said, Raja, I am a cook. I used to work in Yudhishthira's palace, and I entertained the king there with my varieties of dishes. And apart from this, there is no one equal to me in physical strength. I am a wrestler. I can even fight with lions and elephants. That's called profile. Each one of them was, they were walking and presenting their profile for Naukri, Naukri.com. So I can do this, I can do that. My experience with the famous king, Yudhishthira, I worked, previous experience, work experience. Virāṭa said, Ballava, I am very happy to see you. You say you are a good cook. Happy. Please become chief cook of our kitchen. The beauty is, Virāṭa never tested anybody except Arjuna. He tested Arjuna. But very happy. He said, Jaiye aap, I still feel somehow, मेरे मन में लग रहा है कि ये आपका काम नहीं हो सकता है. बार बार मैं यही लग रहा है. Even then, don't worry. You just go inside the kitchen and occupy. And मैंने आपको नौकरी दिया because as per your wish, I only acted. I make you the master of all those existing cooks now. From आज से, you are the superior boss over everybody now. So thus Bhīma, with all these bhayankar वो सामान लेके, लाया was manifested, and he went into the palace, in the kitchen, and no one could identify him either in the court, in the Sabhā में, या नहीं तो in the kitchen, nobody could identify. So Bhīma somehow became a chief cook in Virāṭa's palace. Then thereafterwards, Draupadi entered the court, and she was wearing a old and unclean saree. How she entered? Just see. She was seen distressed and deserving sympathy from people in the city. She was wandering in the streets of Virāṭa kingdom. In those days, anybody was walking, easy to find out and what is this. So looking at her condition, many men and women rushed to her and asked about her. They said, "Aap kahan se aaye hain? What is it? Who are you? What does she want to do, etc. What do you want to do?" And people aapas mein baat kar rahe, ye kaun hai, ye kaun hai, ye kaun hai. She said, "I am a Sairandri." She used to tell people, and whoever wants to employ me, I want to work as Sairandri. Actually, she is slowly spreading the news that there is somebody, woman moving in the streets of Virāṭa kingdom, in the palace, in the city. So no one could feel she is a servant. Because looking that everybody has stages, na? So, and she is not looking like that. So as she was talking to few people in the streets, especially, everybody would have balcony. So Rani also has balcony. So she saw, the Draupadi saw Sudeshna Devi, and Sudeshna Devi also was seen. She saw Draupadi moving in the streets in her That one day what happened, when the time when Sudeshna was moving in her palanquin, people are carrying her. She saw Draupadi moving in the streets, and she was very curious. She asked, "Who are you?" So she wanted to meet, Draupadi wanted to meet only the Sudeshna Devi, the queen. So Draupadi said, "I am a Sairandri. Whoever wants to employ me, I will work as Sairandri, and that is why I came here." Sairandri means, I told you already. So Sudeshna Devi said, "I am unable to believe your words." Why? You don't look like that. You are looking like a queen with many servants under you. Your tejas is that. Please tell me, सच सच बताओ कि आप कौन हैं? Are you a yakshi or a devi, or are you a gandharva kanya or a apsara, or are you a devakanya or a nagakanya? Who are you? I hope you are not the presiding deity of this city itself. Such one. So Draupadi said, "No, no, 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 I am nothing. I used to work as Sairandri in Draupadi's palace, that is hair setting, decorating, personal assistant. I live in contentment always, and I don't have any demands for my survival." And Draupadi named me Draupadi. I used to work in Draupadi, no, with Draupadi earlier. So she named me as Malini. So I came to you to work in your palace. Sudeshna said, "I don't mind you working in my palace. If there is no doubt in my mind regarding your duty, but I have my doubt, really a doubt. Therefore I am hesitating to employ you." Who are you karke? If the king sees you, I am scared. He may come under the spell of delusion looking at your beauty. The beauty of all the servants in my palace is one side, and yours alone is on another side. It can't be equated. So there is no parallel in this. And any man, if sees you, would come under the spell of kama. I feel employing you in the palace is inviting my own death. So I cannot, I am so scared now. Draupadi would have thought for a moment, "Baap re, ab kya hone wala hai?" But Draupadi said, "Ma'am, बीच में modern." So no one, she said, "No one would dare to approach me and possess me, including the king Virāṭa. Why? I have 5 husbands who are very young and energetic, and they are Gandharvas. They are all sons of a great Gandharva king." Bracket में पांडु लगा दो, और क्या? "And they protect me every day." Who? These Gandharvas. 5 of them. And always they are with me. One doesn't give me, then she is putting conditions now. What are the conditions? One should not give me any time a jhuta khana. साइरेंद्री है, थोड़ा आधा खा के तुम खा लो, ताले में 2 रोटी छोड़ के तुम खा लो. They should not. So they should not give me forsaken food, and one who never asks me to press their feet. साइरेंद्री मेरे पैर दबाओ. So Sudeshna Devi should not ask Draupadi to do such kind of works. That's the condition she is putting. And those people who don't give me jhuta khana, those people who don't ask me to press their feet, etc., such people are always blessed by my husbands. All my patis, they bless with their gracious looks. Meaning she is telling indirectly. So she is telling indirectly that you should not ask me to press your feet. You should never offer me jhuta khana. That is what she said, indirectly. So, having said this, Draupadi, then again she has continued, "On the contrary, A person who thinks that I am an ordinary woman and tries to possess me, same day he will be sent to other loka. By whom? By my husbands without fail. So she is warning Sudeshna Devi that nobody should misbehave. My patis will not spare them. Hence, O Rani, no one can disturb me, even though presently now my husbands are facing difficulties. What kind of difficulties? Whatever difficulties are. But they are very strong and they protect me always in invisible form. My husbands are in deep troubles now, but they don't forget me. They are always aware of me. And she said, Sudeshna Devi said, if this is like this, what you said, if it is true, that your husbands protect you and they are in invisible form and these are the conditions, then as per your wish, I will make your stay very comfortable in our palace, and there will not be any work such as pressing feet, and also you will never be given a forsaken food, Judha Kana. So Sudeshna Devi was happy, Draupadi also was happy, and then Sudeshna Devi at last accepted with little hesitation Draupadi working in the palace. That is how Draupadi settled in the palace, that is Virāṭa kingdom, along with Sudeshna Devi. Now, Sahadeva, next one was to enter. So how many people settled now so far? 3 out of 6. Sahadeva, he was also dressed in the form of a cowherd boy. And he was speaking cowherd language, like a local cowherd language, and he entered into Virāṭa kingdom. Baat karte karte, Gopalaka, Gorakshaka. And he stood before the cowshed, near Raja Bhavan, there is a cowshed, and before cowshed he was standing there. And king saw from a distance that who is this person standing before the cowshed, and he was actually surprised to look at him. He was also very beautiful. So he sent his servants to him, Pucho jaake wo kaun hai. But then King Raja saw Sahadeva himself walking towards the king, and he stood there to talk to king. Who? Sahadeva. So Raja asked the details, who you are, whose son he is. Raja bola, aap bata dijiye, aap kaun hai, kahan se. So Raja said, I never saw you before, so please introduce yourself first. So Sahadeva said, Raja, I am a Vaishya. And Vaishya Vritti, dharma, agriculture, farming and all that. So my name is Arishtanemi. I used to work in Pandava's palace and I used to take care of their cows, including their count. How to count cows also is a great art. I told you yesterday, in a group, not one by one. And their health also. So I want to stay in your palace. When I was working with Pandavas, it was good. Now I don't know about the whereabouts of the Pandavas now. Without work, I cannot maintain my livelihood. And I don't want to work in any other place other than in your kingdom under you. Why? I am happy with you. I love you as a king maybe. So Virāṭa said, you are looking like a Brahmana. और उस दिन विराटा was actually सब लोग आके टोपी पहने हैं 5 टोपी by Pandavas and 1 टोपी on Sudeshna Devi. द्रौपदी पहना दी, सब लोग अपना अपना टोपी लाके पहना दिया, 5 टोपी पहना दिया. तो you are looking like a Brahmana. Please tell me, सच बताओ कि आप कौन है? Who are you? And he says, Vaishya karma doesn't befit you. You are not looking like a Gorakshaka. or go paripalaka or like that. Tell me, where did you come from? What are your skills? Tell me, how do you live here and what should be your salary? Sahadeva said, Raja, Yudhishthira was the eldest among all Pandavas. He used to have 8 lakh groups of cows. 8 lakh groups, not 8 lakh cows. And in each group there were 100 cows. Similarly, he had other variety of cows of 1 lakh groups, each group again 100 cows. He also had third variety of cows numbering 2 lakh groups, and again in each group 100 cows. And you can count now how many go sampatti was there that time. I used to take care of all those cows. I'm a chief. People used to call me as Tantipal. In a square of 10 yojanas, I would be able to tell you how many cows are there, what were their condition in the past, what is the present condition, as well as what will be their future condition very clearly. Nothing remains unknown to me regarding the cows in all the 3 periods of time. What a jnanam it is, vidya, everybody is possessed. I would be able to tell all their condition by merely glancing at them. Mahatma Yudhishthira knew my skills very well. He was very happy with me. I also know how to increase cows' number. I can also identify the best of the cows by smelling even a small portion of urine, which is powerful enough to make a barren woman to conceive. So, I would smell and I would know the potency of that as a medicine. So Virāṭa said, Tantipal, मेरे पास 1 लाख काउ है. अब देखिए कहाँ 8 लाख each group, 100 group, 1 lakh cow. Some are same color, some are different color, and I hand over all these cows to you from today onwards. They are all in your hands from now onwards. Please take care of the cows. Take care of them. So Sahadeva was happy. In this way Sahadeva also started staying in the cow shed. Acha. Vaishampayana continues. Behind the court walls, king, the compound wall was there, no court, main court walls. Behind the court wall, outside the court wall was the cow shed and horse shed and chariot repairing mechanic shop and all those things are there. So outside the king noticed a person standing on a mud mound, small mud hillock, not hillock, small mound. So on that a person was standing. He saw a unique person. He was wearing earrings as well as bangles. His hairs are long, shoulders are broad. And he saw a person was coming. So he slowly came near to the king and stood before him. Maybe king standing in a balcony and he saw them and then he stand nearby and pass me. He was brilliant to look. Looking at him, king asked all the members in the court, where did he come from? वो कहाँ से आया? देखो वो आदमी कहाँ पे खड़े हो गए. I didn't see him before. When no one replied, the king was surprised to see, and slowly that person came into his court, that very person. He said, son, are you a divine being endowed with all power and strength? कोई देवता पुरुष है क्या शक्ति सामर्थ्य के साथ? You are very young in age. I feel you are in the disguise of a woman, but actually looking like a hero. नारी के रूप में दिख रहा है, but I don't feel that you are a woman. Looking at you, I feel so confident about you. You are so capable, I feel, you can take care of the kingdom right now. I am old. A person like you can never be a eunuch. That's what I feel very strongly. Arjuna said, No, sir. I am good in setting the hairs of women, jata. Brahmanala. I know how to make good earrings, garlands, and also making of good blankets, giving bath, cleaning of mirrors, decorating the rooms, etc. I am also a teacher of dance and music. I also know how to set good flowers in the hairs of the women. तो मैरिज पार्टी में आप देखे होंगे, हाँ? If you go for it, a bride goes for it, she should be tortured for morning till evening, tortured by that person. The painting in the hands and design and all. Ilna nahi. But I have to scratch on the head. So she has to call some assistant, please scratch there. Prarabdha. So I do all those wonderful work. Those who are interested, they can spend time. So हमारा गुरुजी भी एक बार बोला है, सब वहाँ में बैठ जाते हैं, कोई काम नहीं करते, तो इसी बहाना थोड़ा पानी लाओ, दोनों हाथ दिखा देते हैं, काम करते हैं. So this man is very expert in all these wonderful works which are very important for the kings and rich people, families. They go for it. I said even women are not experts in these works which I had mastered. This is also very required important skills. So Virāṭa was very much happy and surprised looking at him and said, looking at your luster and strength, you don't deserve to be a eunuch. I am not convinced. Your dress is like a Shiva's dress which is not so auspicious. Ashubha, simple as a jata gita tanke. You see, no, some people they do bangle, chudiya, simple way. Like sun is covered by the clouds, I feel you are covered by your dress. Only a bow could become an ornament on your shoulders. A bow. Arjuna said, Sir, I don't know anything, all those things. I sing, dance and play music. I am an expert in dance, equally good in singing. You can keep me to train Uttara, your daughter. I would teach dance to Uttara. उसके लिए नौकरी दे दो बाबा. अब ये सब पुरानी बात याद दिला रहे क्यों? गांडीव का पहले मैं 1 साल रहना पड़ेगा आपके पास. छुपा रुस्तम. So Virāṭa said, okay, Brahmanale, you teach my daughter dance, but I feel this cannot be your job actually. Again he is telling, you are fit to rule the whole earth. That should be your capacity. So king tested him in dance and singing and playing music, and then tested him, Arjuna, all those things, and then ordered his servants, chalo unko leke jao Rani ke mahal mein. So Arjuna started teaching dance, etc. Uttara, and also had friends as well as had servants. So Antapur mein ye sab nari log were the students of Arjuna. Arjuna kept his mind always under control and always pleased the women by helping them in various works. No one could identify Arjuna, who is in the disguise of a eunuch or called as Brahmanala. अब देखिए destiny, how it plays with people. But in all them, the curse has been turned into a blessing. I'm just telling you, if a husband or a wife or children or anybody, any role that which you are playing, if suddenly we are asked to serve food, suppose, hey, you are asking me to serve food? घर में देखा होगा ऐसा अहंकार. Suppose a head of the family or somebody might be there like that. We have seen so many people. And I never did like this, so I never do it. किसी घर में गया था, not in here, I told be happy. I give here these examples elsewhere. बाकी जगह के examples यहाँ पे लाता हूँ. So same side. When I went to that house, so I was telling that person, so I think I will gift you this also. I must gift you that. His mother said, no, Swami ji, इनका हाथ हमेशा ऐसा ही रहेगा, कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा. समझ में आ गया? Always his hand is upper hand giving others. He is a Kshatriya born. Bas. I thanked God for giving me an opportunity for 1 hour lecture. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा मेरे बेटे का. Old lady telling about her 50-year-old son. But इनका हाथ कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा, ऐसा ही होगा. What happened to Pandavas? How great they are. They had to do this kind of works. One is a cook in the kitchen, not a gas stove. All black, sky, everything, lifting. Kings, Draupadi, Arjuna. What was the necessity for Yudhishthira to entertain another king who is not as good as Mahatma and Virāṭa king? Ahankara is not allowed to come up. It is a great sadhana. What is that sadhana? If need is there, rises, without revealing our identity, if we can serve, and there's a big sadhana. Without any, ऐसा काम नहीं करूँगा मैं, ऐसा नहीं करूँगा, अभी कभी ऐसा नहीं किया. Dishwashing. In ashram, when we used to there at that time, sometimes the fellows used to bunk. 15 days, the 4 or 5 people used to go, then nobody used to be there for dishwashing. And in those days, only we used to have a shift and wash all the dishes. Of whom? All the people who ever eat food. And during those, suppose in our roster, जब वो जन्माष्टमी या ना तो कुछ फंक्शन आ गया, 700-800 लोग आते थे आश्रम में. When 800 plates we used to wash. Butakana, Narayan. There is nothing. हम वेदांत पढ़ रहे हैं. We used to work in the kitchen, so many, 6 of us. one batch. एक plate ले लो, पहला साफ करो, and collect all the whatever left over in the dustbin, put it in hot water, first one hot water, then soap water, and then ordinary water, wear the apron coats, and clean. And the concession what we used to get is, in those festival days, when during that time it was a problem for workers, when we were studying at that time in that batch. So only concession was, suppose Krishnastami or Janmashtami or some Guru Purnima festival, 12:30 was lunch time. So 12:30, 800 people, they start eating. So 12:30 means we used to eat first batch immediately, little bit, and stand there. Already start washing. Wash, keep, and turns. Okay. Now, करते 4 बज सकते. And only concession was 4 o'clock there used to be class in the evening, Vedanta class, some Prakarana Granthas. So our Acharya used to announce, काम हो गया, अभी just no हुआ समझ, ठीक है, आज आराम कर लो, no class. There is only concession. When we work, and I saw when I was very young, he was a great, his name is no more, his name was Satyananda Maharshi. He attained Samadhi. He was Ramana Maharshi, and ultimately he looked like Ramana Maharshi only, face, body, kaupina, and many years he did tapas. Bhagwan se pooch ke, he took sannyas later on from some Mahatma, he penance he did. So I had an opportunity to have his darshan. I am talking of nearly 30 years back, 28 years back or something, when he was staying in a temple guest house, small, ordinary, not a big thing. And when I went to afternoon to meet him, just like that, I was studying 9th standard, 8th, just to go and sit with him. I didn't find him in a room. I saw him in the compound, where standing there supervising the drainage work being done by his own disciples, cleaning because it was blocked. Literally opened that drainage and then started, he was standing there, and I could not stand there because smell. That time it struck me, what a Mahatma is. He is standing there. He did not order a plumber or anything. He was standing there and getting the repair done, because afternoon nobody perhaps was there in the temple to listen to him. Lunchtime, afternoon rest time, he was standing there and some others are working and he was guiding them. That time I understood, so many things flashed in my mind. So Mahatmas don't hesitate to work any kind of work. That is why to shed glamour is one of the most difficult things to do in life. Most difficult thing in life is to be simple. See, this is the condition. So Brihanala went and settled there, teaching dance, etc., etc. Now, Nakula also reached Virāṭa kingdom, and ordinary people of the kingdom noticed him as a new person. Nakula was extraordinarily beautiful. And he reached the palace and he started looking at various horses, staring at them or looking at them, gazing at them. Virāṭa noticed him from a distance and he was observing keenly all the horses. Who? Nakula. And ordered his servants to inquire him. Jaake pucho. He has been watching my horses very keenly. Ek kaun hai? Kahan se hai? Pucho. So Nakula came and said, "Hail to you, O king. I am an expert in training the horses. I have been honored by many kings and I could become, if you permit me, I could become even your charioteer. I would become." So Virāṭa said, "O auspicious one, I would give you transport, wealth as well as a house to stay." So this is transport, salary and accommodation. All the things I will provide. You become a trainer of my horses. But first of all, I would like to know, where did you come from? What are your skills? Please tell me. Nakula said, Yudhishthira employed me in taking care of his horses. I can identify the class of the horses, jati, Ashwa jati, whatever is there, I would know. I also know how to train the horses in all kinds of activities, horse activities. I also know how to put an end to wickedness of bad horses. Some horses don't come under control, They're adamant, proud. I know how to bring them under control. I also know how to treat diseased horses. Horses trained under me would never become timid or cowardly in their nature. I make them ferocious. They would be totally freed from all defects. Yudhishthira and also other people used to call me as Granthik. Just as a Matali to Indra, Sumantra to King Dasharatha, similarly I would become a good charioteer to you, O Raja. And I was the protector of 1 lakh crores of horses. So many horses. Virāṭa said, "O Granthik, I hand over to you all my horses and chariots. All the present charioteers also would come under you from today onwards. Please tell me what salary you would want me. You are very dear to me, as King Yudhishthira has been dear to me. He was dear to me, Yudhishthira. Similarly, you also are dear to me now. I don't know how Yudhishthira has been living in the forest," he said. आजकल बेचारा वो राजा युधिष्ठिर कहाँ है पता नहीं. आपको देखते देखते यहाँ राजा युधिष्ठिर को याद आ गया. पता नहीं वो कहाँ है. But you are dear to me as Yudhishthira is dear to me. So he also was employed. Thus all the Pandavas and Draupadi settled in Virāṭa's place. Their form was very pleasant. Even though they were wandering in the city, shopping करते थे लगता है पता नहीं, mall, supermarket or evening walk, stroll. They must be doing. They were wandering city, neither the king nor the citizens could identify them. So Pandavas are spending their year of incognito in the Virāṭa kingdom. So Chinmaya asked, what did they do while living in Matsya kingdom? What were their kind of routine activities? Tell me. So Vaishnampayana said, please listen to me, their accomplishments while staying in Matsya kingdom. What all they did accomplish. Yudhishthira used to spend time in the court and he became slowly most respected one in the court. Yudhishthira. All the members of the court, including the king and also his family, all of them used to love Yudhishthira because of his disposition. And he was an expert in dice game. So he used to entertain the king and also used to win in the game. पैसा के लिए खेलते थे and जीतते थे. And whatever money he won, he used to distribute this money among his brothers. अपना चाय वाय खर्चा के लिए बाहर जाके. And this was never known to the king. He used to earn money and distribute among his brothers. Bhīmasena served the Raja variety of dishes he used to make. Variety. He was never experimenting, huh? Please. He was already an expert. Don't think he's experimenting on king. He was an expert cook. So king was very happy. And whatever gifts he used to receive from the king, what Bhīma used to do? Bhīma used to go to market, sell them and give the amount to Yudhishthira for his work. वहाँ पे भी थोड़ा कमा के बड़े भाइयों को हाथ में दे देते. Arjuna also used to get various clothes as gift. He used to sell all those clothes and distribute the wealth to all his brothers. तुम ये रखो, तुम ये रखो. Sahadeva used to give milk and ghee and curds to Pandavas. He was in charge, na? ना 2 लीटर, यहाँ पे 3 लीटर भीम के लिए, पता नहीं 50-100 लीटर होंगे पीने के लिए. So Sahadeva used to do all that work. Nakula also used to receive gifts and he used to give them to his brothers. Draupadi also used to take care of husbands, but no one used to know this. She must be inquiring, how are you, what is this, everything. Thus all the Pandavas and Draupadi were living, helping each other without being identified by anyone in the court, in the kingdom. And Pandavas, though they are free and happy there, but they have always been scared of Duryodhana's secret agents, CID agents. At what time the fellows will come and identify us. So they used to take care of Draupadi also. All Pandavas used to take care of Draupadi, her requirements, her needs, her protection, like that. When 4th month started, 3 mahine beet gaye, 4th month had started, there was a big festival in the Virāṭa kingdom. And the festival was offering their worship to Brahmaji. Offer all their worship to Brahmaji, Lord Brahma. And there were many people gathered in the function. All of them, thousands of them gathered. Utsav. So thousands of wrestlers also came there. So Raja Virāṭa invited all of them, wrestlers, honored them, and there was a show, wrestler show, fighting. There was one wrestler, Jimuta, his name was. This fellow was challenging everybody, very terrible to look, and whoever has challenged him, Jimuta, they were all defeated by him. And some wrestlers from Virāṭa kingdom and other wrestlers also did not even dare enough to go and even enter into the fray. They were so scared, so they ran away. This Jimuta was Pailwan. When all the wrestlers gave up, it became a prestige issue to Virāṭa king. So he thought, he remembered Bhīma. and he sent a word to Ballava by Bhīmasena. किचन में है वो, खाना पका रहे होंगे, उनको बुलाओ. Now, for what? To fight with the wrestler. Bhīma was so unhappy. Why? He was scared that he would be identified. At the same time, he cannot say no to the king also. Raja ka ajna, Raja ajna. He can't say no. And then he is scared of identified in public. So, in this dilemma, Bhīma thought and he decided to go and fight. With whom? With Jīmūta. When Bhīma entered to fight with Jīmūta, there were all cheers all around, and when Bhīma entered, when he started fighting with Jīmūta, after a terrible fight, the fight was described here, but I don't want to enter. And Bhīma killed Jīmūta, killed him. And King Virāṭa was very happy. In another Harivamsha and some other place, this comes. Here it is not mentioned. So far not mentioned in entire Virāṭa parva. Jīmūta was actually sent by Duryodhana to go and challenge wrestlers, and wherever Bhīma is there, suppose Bhīma comes out, Bhīma will be identified. So actually this news of Jīmūta's death would reach him, I think, later on. In the other Purana, not in Mahābhārata, it is mentioned. Some other place mentioned. It reaches him very late. But he was killed. So when all the wrestlers are defeated one after one by Bhīma, king said, Bhīma, Ballava, you defeated all wrestlers. That means there was no wrestler now in the kingdom to fight with you. Not only on that day, in those days I am talking, in the entire stay now. Jīmūta was killed, 4th month was over. Subsequently also, nobody was willing to fight with Ballava. So then what he called Raja for entertainment, he called lions, he brought lions, elephants, tigers, and he used to call Ballava, fight with them. People used to sit in gallery and watch the show. क्या करना पड़ता है देखिए. He is being used, that's all, for entertainment. So sometimes, see now, this is also very, how much Bhīma would have felt, I tell you. Sometimes, for the entertainment of the women in the palace, king used to make Bhīma go and fight with the tigers, etc. in the palace separately. That means, being a Bhīma, what was the necessity for him? So, that's how destiny plays. And that's how Bhīma was spending. Nakula also made the king very happy by protecting the horses. King gave lot of wealth as a gift to Nakula, and similarly king also gave lot of wealth to Sahadeva for taking care of his cows. Did you observe? Are you observing their fate? 12 years living in forest life with freedom, but of course suffering is there, but they are free to move anyway. That's one type of life. Here you are not supposed to tell who you are, how great you are. Yet you have to silently undergo all the instructions of, in front of Pandavas, Virāṭa is the third-rate king only. That's why Shastras say also that जब छोटा बनना है तो बनो. In families is very clearly seen these ego clashes. Suppose some small younger person requests the elder person to do, बस ego clash. मैं सबसे तुमसे बड़ा हूं, ऐसा काम मुझे दे रहे हो. If daughter-in-law says to mother-in-law something, please take the spoon and give me. क्या समझ रही हो अपने आप को? मैं अभी चमचागिरी. Should I give spoon to you? क्या उठो और ले लो? No, it is just next to you. Why don't you just pass it on to me? Huh? Anyway, any role you play. Elder brother, younger brother. Younger brother बोलते भैया उठा करो. Hey, I am elder to you. How difficult it is. In this way, Pandavas stayed in the Virāṭa kingdom, performing various actions, hiding themselves from the eyes of public. How tough it is. You have to become an entertainer to the women in the palace, Bhīṣma, and teaching dance and setting their hairs and then decorating, making garlands, etc. Arjuna, carrying wine, doing menial jobs under Sudeshna Devi. Who? Draupadi? Born from fire? Working in cowshed, working in horse shed? Great. What Bhagavan can do? Only give us strength to face our prarabdha. That's all. That's the first thing he would do if you invoke him. One devotee, you all know her, but I will not mention the name here, was serving Gurudev. She was also having the same shawl like that of Gurudev's shawl. They were abroad somewhere. So she packed her suitcase and ready. And Gurudev also packed his suitcase and ready. So Gurudev came out. Of course, Gurudev's shawl was there on his shoulder, and he asked her, "Where is your shawl?" She said, "In the suitcase." So all the way from one international airport to other country they went and passed on for check-in and then security check-in and then traveled and got on some other place and then again came out. And then all the way Gurudev was carrying that shawl. And only after reaching next destination and next place and next the host house, they all went, and then she also given room, and then she went and then there, and Gurudev was holding. Ultimately she discovered it was her shawl Gurudev has been carrying. Every time Gurudev would ask in between, "Where's your shawl?" No, it is there, Swamiji, in the suitcase. "Are you sure?" Yeah. And Gurudev never told anything to her. Later on she realized what a stupid lady I am. Only when she discovered that suddenly Gurudev is carrying my shawl. And then Gurudev's, many times personally also I received letters saying thank you for coming and helping and all. I said, where are you? Where am I? And what did we do first of all? Nothing we did. And a thanks letter? When you read this in the perspective of this, it's not easy. It's not fun for them to change their form and size and disguise and work in the disguise of different roles. It's not a fun. It's a pain. It's It's a pain. Who are they? Pandavas. Yogis, dharmajnas, knowledgeable people. Veda Pandits, everybody is a Pandit only. Kings they are. That's why आदमी को बड़ा होना और बड़े होने के लिए और बड़ा होने के लिए जो मन में इच्छा रखते हैं ना, वो तो ठीक है, मगर छोटा बनने में इतना दुख होता है। देखो, किसी के सामने सिर झुकना, मांगना डिफिकल्ट। प्रौढ़ोहम यौवनस्थो विषय विषधरैः पंचभिर्मर्म संधो दष्टो नष्टो विवेक सुतधन युवती स्वाद सौख्ये निषन्नः शैवी चिंता विहीनं मम हृदय महो मानगर्वाधिरूढ़ं क्षन्तव्यो मे पराधः शिव 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 भो श्री महादेव शंभो। Yavanastha, proudoham, and a proud youthful, I am being smitten by the five sense objects. Panchabihi marma sandhav dashtaha nashto vivekaha. I was a youth. Sutta dhana yuvati swada saukye nishannaha, well established in these material pleasures. Shaivi chinta vihinam, and I never think of the God in my youth stage. When I am energetic. Mama hrudayam aho mana garvadhirudham. Pride and arrogance is deep rooted in my heart. That time when I was in youth stage, that time did I remember you, O Lord Shiva? I didn't remember you. Why? Because of this. Kshantavyo me aparadaha. Please forgive my mistake. Then later on, so many other things. Old age, so many other problems. Ultimately, what was the truth? I never discovered or found any time to remember you. Adi Shankaracharya wrote. So this greatness of Pandavas, they never hesitated to work. When Prarabdha destiny pushed, silently they bore all the pain. It's a great lesson for us. So, next we have to start Kichaka Vadha Parva, or Kichaka would enter. Vaishampayana continues. Janamejaya, in this way, O Janamejaya, staying in the Virāṭa's palace, Pandavas completed 10 months. Draupadi used to serve Queen Sudeshna Devi, and with great difficulty she used to spend time in the palace. मुश्किल है ना, बहुत कष्ट उठाना पड़ता है. Every time, like a scorpion bite, you are ordered. So, Draupadi made queen as well as other women in the palace very happy with her services. When only few more days left for the completion of this tenure in Virāṭa kingdom, ज़्यादा दिन बचा नहीं, बस few more days. How many days I will tell later on. That also will come. Few more days left. One day, the commander-in-chief of Virāṭa king's army, Kichaka, saw Draupadi. Who was he? Senapati. Virāṭa king's Senapati. And she was always in palace only. She never used to come out, very secretly hiding herself. But one day he saw her. And who is Kichaka? Brother of Sudeshna Devi. Younger brother or elder brother. Kichaka was highly disturbed in the mind after seeing Draupadi and immediately decided to marry her. They are kings and they are that nobody would abstract. Oh, kya farak padega? So he was burning with his desire to possess her. He straight went to Sister Sudeshna and said, that beautiful lady, whom I did not see here before in this mahal, has intoxicated me with her beauty today. Oh sister, she looted my heart. Who is she? She is like a divine lady to me, Devatastri. Sister, please tell me, वो कहाँ से आए? अब मेरे मन में अभी चंचलता बहुत बढ़ गई. The only treatment for my roga is to marry her. I can't hold myself now. And it's very surprising to see her, such a wonderful, beautiful lady, working here as a servant. She doesn't deserve this kind of job at all. I have a big house with all facilities and varieties of comforts are there. Straight away I will take her to my house, she would live very comfortably. There afterwards Kichaka said, if you don't mind sister, first of all I want to meet her. And he went to meet Draupadi and said, who are you? Where did you come from? And you are extraordinarily beautiful. So he praised her beauty for some, it runs for some. Ultimately he said, if you wish, oh Sairandri, I would renounce my earlier wives and make them your servants, all of them. You become chief wife and all of them would become your servants. Why that much? I myself will serve you like a servant. I will totally surrender and I will completely come under your control. Draupadi said, Sutaputra, fie upon you. You desire me? Do you think it's the right thing to do? Never a right thing to do this. First of all, I am from a lower class, servant class. Lower class, Nicha Kula. I am a servant here. My attire, dress is not so pleasant. I am a third-rate servant who sets the hair of the queen. Roz tel lagao, that's all I do. A wise person remains always wedded to his wife. He never desires other women. And she gave. One's dharma is to love one's wife and not other women. And most important thing, oh Kichaka, no, I am a wife of 5 men, husbands, or 5 husbands are there. Renouncing all those deeds now, which are not worthy, and sticking to one's own dharma is the quality of righteous person. And those who are deluded like this and who take up disastrous activities, they are bound to be punished, like you people, like you, and sometimes even they would even embrace death. And you are doing this, you are asking me to marry you? I am already a wife. How lusty you are. So Kabardar. Never ever come to me. I am protected by my husbands. Be careful. Even when Draupadi, even though she warned him, Kichaka could not give her. He pleaded her, praised her beauty. He also promised that he would give up all his kingdom to Draupadi. He would give all kingdom to Draupadi. Draupadi said, don't be deluded like this. मोह में ऐसा मत पड़ो, बेवकूफ. क्यों? मर जाओगे. You must know 5 Gandharvas are there, my husbands. And they are protecting me, always invisible. If they get angry, they would kill you. Please behave yourself properly and you renounce this sinful thinking once for all. And she said, you cannot escape my husband's anger if you misbehave with me. You can't escape them. You will not be protected even if you go to Devatas, Maharshi, Gandharva, Nagaloka, Asuraloka, Rakshasa, any loka to anybody you go in all the 3 worlds, you will not be protected. If my husbands decide to kill you, nobody can stop you. ओ कीचका, nobody would give you refuge in all the three worlds. Now अभी अंधा हो गया, you became blind, you lost your buddhi, you are not knowing what is truth and what is false. You are like, so when Draupadi turned away, Kichaka got very angry and he went to sister and said, oh sister, you do something with which she would come to me and accept me. पता नहीं क्या करोगे, करना चाहिए. Make her accept me. You personally talk to her, convince her by all your means. Find a way out for this. If you don't do, I may have to give up my life. So when Kichaka बार बार बहन के पास गई, भीख मांग रहे कि you do something, she developed compassion towards her brother. Who? Sudeshna Dev. And said to Kichaka, Bhaiya, Sairandri came to my refuge and I promised her that I would protect her. And she possesses a great character and I cannot convey your wish to her. मेरी बात तो सुनो, तेरे इच्छा जो है मैं उनके पास जाके कह नहीं सकती. And nobody can even touch her with a bad intention in mind. रखे even स्पर्श भी किया वो जानती है. मैंने सुना she has 5 patis, husbands who are always protecting her. They are गंधर्वास. पहले मुलाकात में ये सब बता दी बात में मुझे, सड़क पर जब मिले थे. So King Virāṭa also had seen her. एक बार राजा भी देख लिया उनको. And he was also disturbed by her beauty एक बार. Then I told him, बाबा तो सोचो. Then I made King Raja Śānti. Peaceful I made him. Since then, this Raja, King Virāṭa, praises her silently in his mind, but he never even talks to her. King Virāṭa also was deluded. Kichaka, मेरे भैया सुनो, Gandharvas are very powerful. They are equal to like Garuda and Vayu in their strength. And Sairandri personally told me their greatness, that Gandharvas are stronger and they would destroy your entire Kula. She warned me. She told me about their strength and power. Kichaka said, sister, I can kill thousands of Gandharvas. What to talk, only 5 of them. Vinashakale, Viparita Buddhi. So Sudesh said, oh papi. Sister said, oh papi. मैं ऐसा समझती हूँ कि तुम्हारा आयु भी खत्म होने वाली है. तो यही मुझे समझ में आ रही है. That's why ऐसे इसलिए बोल रहे हैं, ये सब बकवास बातें कर रहे हैं. And you are bent upon that thing which you should not be doing this. And you are asking that only. अरे भैया सुनो, तेरे साथ you will destroy all innocent people also along with you. अभी ये बड़ा संकट आ गया मेरे सामने कि क्या संकट है, तुमको समझाना ही बड़ा संकट हो गया. So great tragedy befall on me to tell you, to make you understand. ठीक है, तेरे बुद्धि तो समझ में नहीं आ रही है. ठीक है, तुम जो चाहोगे मैं वही करूंगी. तू खुश हो जाओ at the cost of entire Kula. हम सब मरने वाले हैं. तो सुनो, एक दिन I will send her one day in the pretext of taking wine from here. यहां से कुछ वाइन लेके जाओ, वहां से कुछ और लेके आओ वाइन. तो वहां you keep ready varieties of food and other comforts for Draupadi. Speak to her sweetly, request her, she might agree to marry you. So Vaishambhayana said, I will take today 10-15 minutes more. क्या हाँ या ना? आज किसी को फिनिश ऑफ करेंगे कि नहीं? मतलब 1 महीना वो घूमता रहेगा. उसको आज ही उसको खत्म करना ही है. मेरा लक्ष्य यही है. maybe 15-20 minutes होगा तो होगा, सुन लीजिए बस. Even if you go, no problem. I can continue. Because I won't leave him today, I have to kill him. So, Kīchaka went back to his house. He made all preparations and invitation sent was to sister for dinner. Ajao, dinner ready. So, a foolish Kīchaka, Bhīṣma Pandit says, is unable to recognize the death which is coming so close to him day by day. He asked his sister to send Sairandri to him. So, Sudeshna sent her a brother, तुम चले जाओ घर अभी, मैं बाद में उनको सायरंद्री को भेजूंगी. And then she called Sairandri and said, तुम्हारे भाई का घर जाओ और ये देके आओ और वहां से कुछ लेके आओ. Sairandri said, I cannot go to his house. You know how shameless he is. I cannot be a vyabhicharini in the eyes of my husband, she said. I took a vow in the beginning itself that I would never do such works. मैंने पहले ही कसम खा ली, promised, I took a vow. And Kīchaka is unmatta, pramatta हो गए काम में, intoxicated with kama. I cannot go there. There are many women in your disposal, at your disposal. Send any one of them. मेरे क्यों पीछे पड़ गए? And if I go there, Kīchaka would definitely insult me. So I can't go there. So I said, no, when I am sending you to him, क्या बात है? You will not give you any pain. Kīchaka. So saying that, बिना पूछे, she handed over wine bottle to Sairandri, go and give to my brother's son. So Draupadi cried, unable to do anything. See her petty condition. Who is Draupadi? Rani, queen, Pandava Patni. And went to Kīchaka's house because there was no option left. So while going, before she started, she left the place and what she did, she offered sincere prayers to Lord Sun. She invoked while going to Kīchaka's house. Lord Sun, Surya Bhagavan, understood the situation of Draupadi and immediately had sent an ambassador, Rakshasa, in invisible form to escort her. Immediately Rakshasa came, invisible. She doesn't know, she is not aware. But Surya Bhagavan had sent. She prayed her Surya Bhagavan and started proceeding. And Rakshasa would never leave Draupadi in any condition alone. That was the duty given to this Rakshasa by Surya Bhagavan. You be with her, that's all. So here Kīchaka was very happy to see Draupadi. Ate immediately got up from his seat and started praising her. Oh, beautiful lady, I welcome you today. You become my wife. I would order all the women to serve you. Oh, wicked one, Draupadi. You cannot even touch me. If you don't listen to me, you will find yourself in great difficulties. Sudeshna Devi had sent me to give you this wine. I had to go back to Sudeshna Devi immediately to serve her. She had asked me to bring something, some cool drinks. I have to arrange for her, so I will go. Kīchaka said, वो सब बाद में वो बाकी काम करने के लिए बहुत सारे women पड़े हैं वहाँ पे, नारी लोग. Let some other women go and serve Sudeshna. So saying that, Kīchaka held the right hand of Draupadi. She said, oh Papi, I would see that you are destroyed totally and dragged on the ground before you are killed. Immediately she uttered. When Draupadi tried to escape, Kīchaka held her sari and she tried her best to escape. She pushed Kīchaka with her two hands. When he fell down, she ran towards the court where King Virāṭa is there seated in the court among some members. And she ran, and Kīchaka also ran behind her. He held her hairs in the court of Virāṭa, and Kīchaka pushed her on the ground in front of the king and kicked her with his leg. Sabke samne. And who was there in this court? Bhīṣma was there and Yudhishthira was there. Because Bhīṣma came to consult about cooking or some work, he happened to be there in the court. Looking at this, Rakshasa, sent by Lord Sun, he lifted Kīchaka and threw him at a distance by force. Who pulled him, we don't know. Who pushed him? The Rakshasa. Kichaka fell on the ground with a big thud and he fell unconscious. Sometime. And all the people in the court shouted. Draupadi was bleeding since she fell down. And all of them said to Kichaka, "Hey Kichaka, this is not right on your part. Better behave properly. This is not good." They shouted at him. Bhīma and Yudhishthira were seated in the court. They saw Draupadi was insulted in front of them and they could not control their anger. And Bhīma was biting his teeth in anger to smash Kichaka in the court itself. His eyes became red, sweat gathered on his forehead. About he got up from his seat and go. Anger he could not. Yudhishthira pressed Bhima's thumb with his thumb. Karke pressed. Why? Yudhishthira was scared that their secret would be revealed. Almost a fag end of the Ajñātavās. Bhīma looked at a huge tree, गुस्सा में. देखा बड़े पेड़ को वहां पे. He wanted to go, get up and pluck the tree, desiring to pluck it out in anger. Yudhishthira stopped him and said, "Ballava, are you looking at the tree for fuel? If you need dry wood for cooking, then go out and take dry wood from trees. You should not harm even one green leaf of a tree which is sheltering you. Remembering earlier good deeds of the tree, you should protect the tree," he said. Mane, protect the everything, situation, people there. Understanding the language of brother, he understood. Bhīṣma became quiet, but looking at Bhima's anger and Yudhishthira's peaceful gestures, Draupadi became very angry. Her eyes became red, crying aloud. She stood at the entrance of the court, looking at her husband helplessly. Though they were not doing anything, she spoke to king. "O Raja, those whose nature is to engage themselves in the service of the people, those who are always established in Satya and Dharma, those who don't see any difference between his children and the citizens of the country, such Rajas ought to protect his people always. You are a king there. You sat on the seat of Dharma. Protect me, a helpless woman I am. I didn't do any mistake, but this wicked fellow beat me in front of you. Beaten me in front of you. Just as father protects the children, you protect your citizens. Raja, you are born in the lineage of great kings. You are known everywhere that you follow Dharma. Protect me from this wretched Kichaka, Mahapapi. An ideal king who follows Dharma, it is said he would go to heaven. But a Raja who, knowing very well that Dharma is, what is Dharma and Adharma, if he keeps quiet without any justice, he would certainly go to hell." Last sloka, she says, Draupadi says, very wonderful sloka it is. Anyway, human beings would realize their mistakes and feel for their good or bad deeds even after death. See the praman. माने मनुष्य लोग मरने के बाद भी they would feel what they have done on the earth. So thus Draupadi spoke the words of wisdom to the king, urged the king to bring justice. But Vaishambhana continues, Virāṭa Raja could not talk and he remained incapable of doing anything. Why? He was scared of Kichaka. He spoke to Kichaka and warned him from doing, "Arey, aap dobara aisa nahi karna," karke chhod diya unko, but he did punish him. Looking at this, Draupadi felt very bad, spoke again, and she, listening to the names of my husbands, she says, "Enemies would not even get sleep. When my husband's names are uttered, Shatrus can't sleep. But today, even their wife was insulted and kicked by a Sutaputra, and my husband can kill all the enemies." Karke Draupadi glorified her husbands. Yudhishthira, the Bhīma, one by one she indirectly she glorified. And thus this king, this Raja, she said, even being a king, he did not bring justice today. And Kichaka had no knowledge of Dharma. And king also has no knowledge of Dharma. And all the people who are seated in the court also have no dharma. ना तो राजा के पास धर्म है, कीचक also doesn't know dharma, और बाकी सब लोग जितने भी लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं वो भी धर्म नहीं जानते. So Draupadi, with tears in her eyes, spoke and gave her peace of mind to the king, criticizing his deeds. First class. So Virāṭa said, Sairandhri, King Raja spoke, we don't know what had exactly happened between you both in our absence. Without knowing the actual facts, what happened, justice can never be given. Can it be given by us? We cannot. So thereafter, members of the court criticized Kīchaka. They consoled Draupadi. Yudhishthira gathered sweat on his forehead and looking at the members' support as well as due to his anger towards Kīchaka, noticing that Yudhishthira is about to talk something, Draupadi kept quiet. And he stood in the court. See what Yudhishthira said. Sairandhri, now you don't stay here. Go to Queen's place. A true Pativrata undergoes all the troubles silently. I understand your Gandharva husbands are not seeing the necessity of showing their anger now. That is why they are not rushing towards you to protect you. Pativrata dharma is as follows. Listen to me as per Dharma Shastras. For women, there is no yajna, no shraddha, no upavas. Women attain heaven only through the service of their husbands. Husband is family, total family, that's the meaning. And remember, putting obstacles, one more thing. Women are protected by father. This is also we saw. Women are protected by father in their childhood. Woman is protected by husband during their youth stage, and son in old age protect the woman. A woman is never given independence to stay alone. Why? She is most important. Culture depends on that, on her only. Therefore, she is protected always. To be taken care. Women who serve their husbands, definitely they attain higher states. Your husbands are strong, but even Indra cannot face them. When your husbands become angry, even Indra can't face them. Soch lo. Remember, if there has been any understanding between you and your husbands, yaad kar lo ek baar. He is indirectly hinting. Hold courage and be patient. कोई ना कोई समझौता हुआ होगा आप और आपके पतियों के बीच में, इससे पहले उसको याद कर लो. इसीलिए लगता है कि आपके पति लोग अभी इस वक्त यहाँ पर आके आपको मदद नहीं दे पा रहा है, ना नहीं दे रहा है. What was समझौता? To secretly maintain complete अज्ञातवास. हुआ होगा. And he says, forgiveness or patience is satyam, kshama is dhanam, kshama is dharma, and kshama is tapas. Kshama is satyam, kshama dhanam, kshama dharma, kshama is tapas. And this loka and other lokas are only for those who practice kshama. Otherwise, whole life we maintain that anger and then revenge attitude. We cannot live this life here on the globe. Even after leaving the body, the revenge really tortures us and we can't live in peace. So this loka and paraloka is only for those who practice forgiveness. They alone, who forgive alone would be able to live on this earth peacefully and also after leaving the body peacefully. If there is only 1 month left to complete the work, who would give up patience at this hour? He says. 1 month or nearby, few days. इतना है आप करीब 1 महीने बाकी है काम करने में. 1 महीने के लिए अपने क्षमा को कौन त्याग देंगे? मैंने क्षमा, be patient now. Even after this, Draupadi is still standing there. She didn't leave. So Yudhishthira saw again and said, Sairandhri, you don't understand the need. What is that? What is to be done at what time, etc. You don't know. That is why you are still wailing in the court like a dancer of the court. Don't stand there, Sairandhri. Go. And he said, you are putting obstacles to the king. राजा के कार्य में आप बाधा डाल रहे हो अभी. What is the Raja Karya? Playing dice. Jao abhi. Chale jao. Sairendri, go. Gandharvas will help you. The one who had insulted and harassed you will be punished. And your sorrow will be annihilated. Go, yahan se chale jao. Sairendri said, I always adore the elder brother of my Gandharva husbands, who always spends his time playing dice game. I adore him. I always follow my husband's instructions. Let the wicked fellow who insulted me be punished by my husbands. That is what my wish is. Saying thus, Draupadi ran into Sudeshna's palace. Anger turned her eyes red. Sudeshna said, who hit you, Beti? Why do you cry? Who had insulted you? Whose happiness? All those nonsense questions she asked. Vaishampayana said, Draupadi took a deep breath and replied, knowing everything very well, why do you ask me? Aap sab jante hai. You only sent me to a brother. Now you are talking like this? I went to Kichaka to bring wine for you, to give wine. Kichaka had kicked me in the court. Karka, she told all that. She cried. So she said, just as an animal in the jungle, in the absence of any other human beings, are kicked, similarly, your court is like a jungle. No one is worth there to raise voice and protect me. In spite of many in the court, no one had courage to stop or punish or warn Kichaka. Sudeshna said, shall I get him killed? Whoever had insulted you? So he will be killed by others whom he had insulted. Now it is for sure that he would go to Yamaloka. Rani, today you perform Shraddha sermon to your living brother. उनके नाम पे दान दे दो और आप अपने आंख भर उनको आखिर में आपके जीवन में देख लो. कल देख नहीं पाओगे उसको. My husbands are valorous and there is no one who is powerful on the earth as powerful as my husbands. If they want, they can empty the whole globe. I don't know, but why they are delaying still? Aayenge. So Draupadi took Diksha for the death of Kichaka. And other women as well as Sudeshna Devi requested her to take food. She said no, nothing. So with this, Janamejaya said, it is very sad indeed to hear that Draupadi, who was the best woman among the entire women, was insulted by Kichaka. When Jayadratha had insulted her, Draupadi did not curse him. Why? Because Jayadratha was her husband's sister's husband, Dushyala's husband, no? So Choddi. But why didn't she curse Kichaka? She would have cursed Kichaka only. And what was the Kichaka's birth? All the questions were asked. So Vaishampayana tells the Kichaka's birth. So Vaishampayana said, you have asked the right question. Here we'll stop. This is a question asked by Janamejaya. So don't worry. Kichaka was warned. For the time being he is under coma. उसको समझ में नहीं आया किसने लात मारा मुझे, किसने उठा के फेंक दिया. तो let him be under coma. But that is how the terrible incident again happened in Ajñātavās. But he was ultimately of course killed. They come out successfully. But the pain that which they underwent, that is something not so easy to digest. She underwent so many problems. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Śānti Śānti Śānti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki